I think the reason that fans like the relationship between Wanda and Vision is because even though he's in a really weird red costume thing, and Scarlett's a little scary with her powers, I think they're very human. I think that they are fallible, and I think people identify with them. That's what I think. And they're also very charming. There you have it.
Great. What did you think when you first heard about the concept for WandaVision?
When I first heard about the concept for WandaVision, I threw my hands in the air and just thought, well, okay, somewhere in here I heard sitcom. I know how to do that, so I'll just go with that until someone tells me I'm on the wrong track. It was, when it is told to you, it's very, very hard to understand. When you're actually doing it, it gets easier and easier and easier. And then if you're like me and you ask 8 million questions, people will tell you things just to shut you up. So, I think that I have sort of an understanding of what this is a little bit.
How did you prepare for the classic sitcom style?
I didn't have to do a lot of preparing for the classic sitcom style because I've done so much of it, and I'm old, and I've lived through a lot of it. So it wasn't as historical for me as it was for others. I find that if I figure out where women are in, like, women in the 50s are very different from women in the 70s. And if I can locate what that is, then it's pretty much free sailing for me. So that's kind of, I guess, how I attack it.
Who do you portray and what is she like?
So I portray Mrs. Hart. She's very mysterious because she has no first name. I am, Vision works for my husband, and we are invited to their house for dinner. They are new to the neighborhood, and so we are going to meet them. Mrs. Hart is, I think, very kind and very curious, and I would watch her carefully.
Speaking of that dinner, describe how the dinner goes with the Harts and the Vision.
I think one of my most fun moments, there were a few in this Marvel world, but I think like one of the most fun was the dinner table scene with Fred and Lizzie and Paul. I knew that what I was being asked to do was going to be the first crack in, or the first clue, maybe, that there was more to this, and it was really exciting to do. I got to do two things at one time. I got to be as big as I wanted to be. I had no one saying, pull it back, Debra Jo, pull it back. Nobody said that to me. I just went to town. It is one of the most fun things that I have ever done, ever. And I also, one of my favorite foods is scrambled eggs. And that's what they served. So it was a win-win for me all the way around.
Love it. Describe the experience of shooting episode 1 in front of the live audience.
Shooting in front of a live audience is something that well, first of all, it's my favorite thing, and I've done just a ton of it. And I've also just recently been doing a lot of theater. So I love an audience. I get so much energy from it. And um, it's nice to have that audience when you're also doing work on camera, because you get an audible feedback. You know where you stand. This one was a little different though, because the audience, now that I know what the Marvel world is, this audience was coming in to see a Marvel thing, and they got a sitcom. So that just made it really funny for me, just really, really funny for me. The reaction was a little bit mixed there in the beginning. Once they got used to it and accepted it, it was great. I think they were happy to see Vision alive. But in the beginning, it was, oh my gosh, I laughed inside. I laughed so hard because I thought, no, this is very different, this thing that you're going to see.